In the 1970s, Japan was accelerating into the future. Cities were expanding, the economy was booming, and the superstitions of the past were rapidly fading from public memory. The country was engineering cutting-edge marvels like the Shinkansen, bullet trains that sliced straight through the countryside, connecting a rational, industrialized society. But progress doesn't erase fear. In the middle of this economic boom, an inexplicable terror took hold, and daily life in Japan's major cities began to stall. Parents suddenly stopped letting their children walk to school. Kids were kept indoors, barred from playing outside or navigating their own neighborhoods alone. A technologically advanced nation found itself gripped by a single urban legend, Kuchisake-onna, the slit-mouthed woman. Reports described a woman wandering the streets, her face partially hidden behind a standard white surgical mask. In Japan, wearing a mask for minor illnesses was a common cultural habit. This allowed her to easily walk through the busy crowds and hunt in plain sight without drawing a second glance. She didn't target adults. She specifically waited for unaccompanied children walking home in the late afternoon. When she stopped a child, she would ask one simple question: "Am I beautiful?" By forcing an interaction through a simple question, she initiates a deadly encounter that children found impossible to navigate. Looking up at a seemingly normal woman with kind eyes, a polite child would almost always answer yes. The moment they agree, she removes the mask. Beneath it, her mouth is brutally sliced open from ear to ear, resembling a massive wound. Staring down at the terrified child, she asks a second question: "Am I beautiful now?" If the child screams no, the woman uses large shears to kill them instantly. If they answer yes, she uses those shears to carve the child's mouth, leading to a slow death. There is no correct answer. Both paths on the diagram converge on a single fatal result. To find the origin of this figure, we have to look back to the era of the samurai. Legend says she was once a beautiful woman, living a solitary life while her husband was away. She was known for her vanity, and while her husband was fighting in a war, she began an affair with another man. Her samurai husband eventually returned from the battlefield and discovered the betrayal. In a fit of rage, he used his blade to destroy the beauty she prized above all else, slashing her face from ear to ear. As she died, her husband stood over her and asked if she was still proud of her looks. This act of violence transformed her pain into a curse, ensuring that her trauma would be shared with anyone she encountered for centuries to come. In the 1970s, the entity's encounters followed the same pattern as her own history, bringing a centuries-old violence into the modern era. The 1970s panic eventually subsided, but not because of a breakthrough. Instead, the encounters stopped because Kuchisake-onna seemingly vanished from the country. To this day, no one knows why the reports stopped or exactly where she went. Urban legends are rarely erased by modernization. They usually just fall silent or relocate, waiting to reappear somewhere else. If you are ever walking alone and a masked woman stops you to ask if she is beautiful, ask her why she left Japan. If you survive the answer, let us know in the comments.